I think she wants to do it professionally.
Annoying people?
No, the stage.
Nonsense. Girls go on the stage to marry into a good family. Sarah already belongs to a good family. Ladies do not become chorus girls. There's no cake.
Pardon, sir?
You've forgotten the cake.
There isn't any, sir.
That's what I'm telling you, silly girl.
No, we don't have any cake, Winston. That's what she means.
You don't have any cake? Of course we have cake. Dundee cake from Fortnum's.
Thank you, Peggy.
Yes, Mum.
What on earth's going on?
We have to make economies, Winston.
What are you talking about?
I'm worried about money. I went to see Mr. Woods.
Four Queens. Why?
He's my accountant, as well as yours, Winston.
Could have told me we could have gone together.
I wanted to see exactly how bad things are.
Could be worse, that's the answer.
We've got the most enormous overdraft.
Well, we're paying it off.
No, we're not.
For God's sake, Clemmy, I'm working day and night. All these articles of the Evening Standard, Marlborough, not to mention the constituency work.
I know, that's why we have to economize.
It's like depriving me of my Dundee cake.
You're paying all of Randolph's debts.
Randolph is hopeless with money, we all know that.
Oh, he's irresponsible.
I'll talk to him. It's your turn.
What? Oh, it's not.
It is. Come along. You just won the last trick.
Bezique, double bezique.
Well, score it. Double bezique, 500 points.
Winston, I know how to score.
Well, do it.
And it's not just Randolph, it's this house, it's Chartwell. That's where all the money goes.
All right, we'll
We
make
employ
economies.
18 people here.
Surely not.
It's ruinously expensive. We should never have bought
Oh,
it.
don't start that again, please.
You went behind my back.
I did not.
You knew I didn't like it, and you deliberately deceived me.
That's not true.
I never saw such an ugly house.
You may find the house ugly, I do not. Anyway, that's beside the point. Come with me.
What for?
I want to show you something.
Don't change the subject.
I'm not. Come with me, please. That's why I bought it. Not because the house is beautiful, but because of that. What you can see from the house. England. Look at it, Clemmy. Nowhere in the world could you find a landscape more ravishing than that. And it's ours. To look at and to cherish for the rest of our lives. I would die for it, Clemmy.
Oh, Winston.
Great. Some rather unwelcome news, I'm afraid. The Cabinet has decided to sell aircraft engines to the Germans.
I don't believe
To
it.
be precise, 118 Rolls-Royce PV-12 Merlins.
God almighty.
Designed for civilian use, I'm told, but we both know they can be used for fighter planes.
This is total madness.
Trade should have no boundaries, says the Chancellor of the Exchequer. If we don't sell the Germans' engines, somebody else will. And I suppose there's some sort of logic in that.
What are we doing here, Van? We make recommendations, write briefing notes, nobody listens. Nobody in Downing Street gives a damn.
Well, they're not very interested in uncomfortable things like political reality.
One more chance, bumpy bump, one more. Great, well done. Oh, it's good.
Surely the Germans aren't allowed to rearm.
Try telling that to Mr. Hitler.
Well, then why doesn't the government do something?
They don't want to provoke another war. Who does? And they feel guilty.
About what?
The Treaty of Versailles. It was far too punitive. Robbed the Germans of their self-esteem.
He's tired out, ma'am. I'm getting him ready for bed.
Thank you, Ethel.
Should we go up? Mr. Baldwin believes a strong Germany will keep Russia in its place. The government regards the communists as a greater threat than the Nazis.
And are they?
I think not. Nazism is more than just a political movement. It's a cult. A religion based on the idea of racial purity. Mankind, the Nazis believe, is divided between the man-gods and the subhumans. Aliens who will be used as beasts of burden or merely disposed of. Those with pure Aryan blood are the man-gods. The beasts are the Jews.
You ready for bed? You ready for bed? I think you should.
Charlie. Oh, Charlie, my boy.
Hello, beautiful.
You ready for bed? Yes, you ready for bed? Sweet dreams, big man.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night.
What part of Germany are you from, Herr Baron?
Bavaria, some 10 miles from Munich. Do you know it?
I was there last year with my family.
On holiday?
No, researching for my book on the Duke of Marlborough.
Having a look at the battlefields.
How very exciting.
One has to visit the actual places, tread the terrain, as it were.
We nearly had tea with Hitler.
In Munich?
At the Ambassador's Hotel.
The Regina Hotel. The ambassadors in Vienna.
Please don't interrupt me when I'm trying to interrupt you.
Herr Schroeder, have you ever seen Herr Hitler? I've met him.
Really? When was this?
Quite recently. I was having dinner with friends. Hitler was a principal guest.
What's he like?
My first impression, insignificance. Utterly insignificant. A grave face, slate gray. Melancholy jet black eyes, like raisins. A figure out of a ghost story. He talked on and on endlessly. Out of Parsifal, he said, I shall make a religion. His oily hair fell into his face when he ranted. Then, quite suddenly, he left. He bowed to me like a waiter who has just received a fair tip. When he left, nobody moved. Nobody spoke. We all sat in silence. Rather like this.
After the Great War, we were told that Germany would be a democracy with parliamentary institutions. All this has been swept away. What do you have? Dictatorship. The most grim dictatorship. You have the persecution of the Jews, you have militarism, and appeals to every form of fighting spirit.
Baldwin won't like that. He sincerely believes that Hitler does not want war.
Baldwin.
Not just Baldwin, many others.
Well, they're wrong.
Well, you think so, I think so, but don't underestimate them, Winston. They admire Hitler. Genuinely, they won't like it.
Well, they can lump it.
Order! Order!
You have dictatorship. It's grim dictatorship.
Excuse me.
You have the persecution of the Jews. You have militarism and appeals to every form of fighting spirit.
Germany wants peace.
We have steadily marched backwards since the Great War.
We've had enough bloodshed.
Fears are greater. Rivalries are sharper. Military plans are more closely concerned.